Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 136 of the Hunt-A-Day. Today we are going to be fighting Gore Magala. And of course I needed to bust out the boys for this hunt because running a little short on time again today. But that doesn't mean I don't have a lot to say about Gore Magala. I absolutely love this monster. From the first time I saw it in Monster Hunter 4, it has been a top contender of monsters for me. It has never cracked my top 10 because I tend to prefer like the doofy idiot monsters and the water-based ones as opposed to the big angry dragons. But Gore Magala is undeniably really cool. Going to start off by talking about its color palette because I mean it is to me perfection. If you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you probably know my favorite color of all time is purple. And purple and black is just a very clean, very aesthetically pleasing color scheme. And the way that, like, Gore Magala is just this pure black shell of a carapace with just these, like, little flecks of purple that show up through the wings and the horns. And then when it enrages and it gets its antenna pop up, and they're these just like bright neon purple beacons just begging you to hit them. It is just a really, really, really fun design, really great design, and something that I don't think I appreciated enough when I was playing Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate a lot was how unique Gore Magala moved to pretty much everything in the game at that time. Gore Magala is classified as an unknown monster because at the time it had a fully unique skeleton. It was not the same, like, it was not an Elder Dragon skeleton, it was not a Flying Wyvern skeleton, it wasn't even a Pseudo-Wyvern skeleton. It is predominantly quadrupedal, but it has those wing arms that it can use rather than just being vestigial flying implements. And the uniqueness made it such a fun fight. Like, for Ultimate, to this day, I believe that 4 Ultimate has the strongest monster roster in the entire franchise of Monster Hunter, and I'm hoping Wilds can top that. Before I get too deep in, I'm going to remind everyone again, please do not spoil anything for Monster Hunter Wilds in the comments. The only thing that the last official source of information I saw was the release date trailer back in September that showed off the Flooded Forest and the flagship monster. That was it. That was where I wanted to stop seeing new information, so if they've announced anything about new monsters, especially about Gore Magala, please don't tell me. I don't want to know until I am playing the game myself in February. Thank you. But, like, I really do think that 4 Ultimate has the strongest monster roster in the series because of how many unique skeletons it has. It introduced us to the amphibians with Tetsukabra and Zamtrios. It introduced us to the snake wyverns with Narjarala and Dalamadur. And it introduced us to the Magala. Like, I feel like I just have to call it the Magala skeleton. Because aside from one other monster in Monster Hunter Explore, I can't think of any other monsters that use the specific Gore Magala frame. And that alone made the fight so much fun. I remember when the demo for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate dropped. I was in college, and in between classes I had my 3DS in my backpack, and I would just sit in, like, the public areas, and I would just, like, fight Gore Magala in the demo until, like, I had it down to a science. Oh, it was so fun. And I absolutely love the monster and the fight. It's very fun and engaging. It keeps you on your toes. The openings are very small, but they provide just enough to let you get in good damage without feeling like you're, like, constantly on the back foot. In terms of the fight itself, I think that's the biggest strength, is how, it is a constant tug of war. It's very easy for, you to start dominating the fight, and then all of a sudden Gore Magala, like, pulls out a burst of this, like, frenzy virus stuff that it uses, and puts you on the back foot, and now you are on the defensive, and it's, like, a constant back and forth. And that is a great Monster Hunter fight to me. I'm surprised that I talked about Shigaru Magala before I talked about Gore Magala. I talked about Shigaru like a couple weeks ago. But let's talk about whether or not I think Gore Magala is going to come back in Monster Hunter Wilds, because I don't think so. And the reason for that is, I think it is more likely to come back in games like Monster Hunter Rise that are meant to be more arcadey, less like grounded in the ecology. Whereas Wilds is so very grounded and ecological, and it's like everything I have seen in the early trailers and early interviews points to them wanting it to be very much like this is a breathing, living ecosystem that you are stepping into and culling, effectively. And the way that Gore Magala works lore-wise, with it being a walking cataclysm, of like spreading the frenzy virus around and just decimating the local populations of monsters in order to feed its never-ending hunger, so that it can like pupate and grow into Shigaru Magala. That works best when the entire story is designed around it. And unless like Wilds decides that it is going to shift the entire focus of their story from the recently thought extinct monster to being about the Magalas, then sure, maybe, but I think that would be a bad idea, and I would be disappointed if that's the route they go. So I don't think Gore Magala is going to be in this game, but I think it has a very good chance of being in the next Portable series game that tend to be more arcadey, more over-the-top action-focused. But please, if they've already shown off Gore Magala or Shigaru Magala, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm going to say it multiple times per video now. Oh man. I'm going to close by just saying that I think one of my formative and favorite Monster Hunter memories, the best fight in the series, is low-rank Gore Magala in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Because of the build-up. Like, you have little, like, mini duels with Gore Magala a couple times throughout the story until you eventually fight it, and the build-up alone makes it amazing. Nothing will ever top that that first low-rank Gore Magala hunt before I started farming it for its, like, edgelord-ass cool design weapons. That first low-rank Gore Magala fight in Monster Hunter 4 is the best quest in Monster Hunter, and I'm gonna die on that hill. Thank you all so much for watching. Please stick around until the end of the hunt if you can. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see you next time.
Did I do okay? I tried my hardest.
I trust you hit your targets.